Probably it was a prelude, no, to our 100 years in 1995. Suddenly, 2 branches were created. Kasi during those times, ang mga top branches namin were really the Chinese branches. So,
in Insular Life na the district manager left to go abroad. So they're looking for a district manager to replace him. So in other words, I was promoted from a unit manager to a district manager, diretso. Oo. For lack of someone to replace the one who resigned, di ba? You know, it's so difficult to handle people whom you do not know really. Kasi they were just there and it's so difficult to get their commitment, their loyalty. I have learned a lot from them. Parang naging practice ba for me to be able to lead. But it's different when you are the ones recruiting.
Welcome to our episode for tonight, which we aptly entitled 100% Activity Ratio Doable This Pandemic.
Ayan.
Hello!
Hi, good evening.
Kamusta?
Maraming salamat po sa very, very heartfelt and warm welcome. So maybe no one cared enough to talk about how important financial planning is to my family. And that's the reason why ito pong career na ito, itong negosyo na ito, para sa akin po, hindi lang po ito something na ginagawa ko as a business. But para sa akin, personal po ito sa akin. And hopefully I can inspire a lot of leaders to accept what is the current reality right now, because there's a lot of opportunities where we can expand our business and reach more Filipinos. More than that, help more Filipinos so that no Filipino family would ever experience what we've experienced in our lives.
Hello, Miss Ida.
Hello, Jay. Hello, Arity. Thank you for having me with the Leaders in Action.
Good evening.
For everybody watching.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to you.
So, most of my team members are millennials. I would say about 45% are millennials. Then, sa Gen X, about 34% are Gen X. And we have 20% na boomers.
Even when they were already building their teams, no, syempre, busy-busy sila, you and your siblings were somehow exposed also. So, nakikita nyo yon.
Yes. Siguro maganda yun. Kasi if you want to brainwash your children to join you, bata pa lang siya, i-brainwash nyo na. Kasi yung mga ginagawa nila, yung mga ganon, nakikita namin eh. And slowly, life improved.
Hi, Miss Mariles. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Jay. Good evening, Ivy. Best picture is by doing it, by showing it by example. Even namin sila tinuturuan how to sell, but we really show to them how to do the business properly, ethically and professionally. Students can be different. Hindi naman po automatic. How do we know that we have this? Pinakausap po namin, we are very close to our team. We are so blessed kasi hindi po masyadong malaki po yung aming team. I got an IT to help me to all this process. Yun din po yung i-advise po namin sa ating mga students. That they have either to take it, but they have no choice but learn how to adapt sa ating bagong situation. No?
Every year, syempre, meron kayong dinadagdag ng mga tao sa members nyo. How do your values guide you when choosing the new members of your team? Hello, Paul and Nina.
Good evening, Miss J. Good evening, Mr. Ivy.
Without the support of one, it would be very, very difficult. Always want to be all in. We give our all to whatever it is that we start and whatever it is that we do. I think the major challenge was first it was internal and meeting with the leaders. The self-belief. It was difficult to accept that reality. When you mortgage your home for a quarter of its value, just to be able to set up the agency, because we were looking at not being marketable anymore at 32. Right?
Does it matter that your identity is individual get lost in partnership.
Sometimes talaga, Ivy, no, it tends to get smeared. May blurred talaga ang lines. It's definitely not black and white. There are advantages and disadvantages with Ivy. I totally agree.
Actually, sir, I don't want to be in the insurance industry from the very start. Ayan. So, nagpa-license po ako. Masunuring bata.
Alam mo na paano ka nagdesisyon na maging leader?
May kasabihan, di ba, na mother knows best. So, I always... Yes. So, pag sinabi ni mother, huwag ka na question, sumunod ka na. Around 93% of our population are millennials and Gen Z. We only have 9 standing boomers in our agency.
Why did you decide to go into that co-management already?
It's also a tough work talaga for one person. So, she asked me if I can step up and be promoted as a co-agency manager with her so that together we can manage and grow. As long as you have the trust in the process, so hindi rin ako natakot to step up and assume the role. Siyempre, as the son, I always defer to my mom. No? Kami yung magpa-fund, pero the leaders are always a big part of the decision-making process.
Magandang araw, Ivy. Magandang araw, Miss Jay. Hello, everyone. Magandang araw din po sa mga nasa Facebook Live. It's very important for us to mention that we are proud products of the life insurance industry. In terms of expectations, medyo gumraduate naman ako doon sa part na parang medyo parang very challenging naman to, yung ganyan. Kasi parang that was my early stages in the career as a leader. It's a pleasant learning experience. Kasi syempre, hindi naman pwedeng hingin ko lang yung tiwala niya without me proving that I'm worthy of being trusted, diba? We were starting our own units was that we weren't following a particular structure. Diba? Kasi we didn't spin off from a branch. Diba? Hindi po kasi ganun yung naging structure namin. Eh. We also hold different values that we want to uphold for our different units. And eventually, we understood na if we branch out to different agencies, at least, kumbaga, nalatag na natin yung foundations of the kind of culture and leadership and values that we want for our separate teams. There were days that we had to work harder than other days. Pero the good thing lang din is because we're sisters, we're kinder to each other. It's so one of us needs to take a break. Diba? So, as a self-care, we had to remind ourselves na, you have to take care of yourself kasi you can't take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself. She really tries to give us that liberty, diba? To resolve also our issues on our own. Kasi sabi nga niya, matatanda na kayo.
Hello everyone. So ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga to? Bakit gano'n? 6 digits, millions yung pesos ang kinikita niya. Tapos yung pangarap ko, 5,000 lang, okay lang. Bago ko sabihin na hindi ko kaya, dapat subukan ko muna yung lahat.
Introvert pa rin siya. Pero because of sunlight, because of the people that surrounded her, she became more confident. The corporate, you work 10, 12 hours, no? And then on weekends, you're on call. So it's not really a life, no? And then you have a fixed salary. So I told my wife, Mami, join na ako dyan sa sunlight. When she finally showed me the passbooks, she was already earning like twice, sometimes 3 times what I used to earn. I was happy. Pleasantly surprised because I didn't know we had that much money already.
Siguro din kaya din nag-grow yung team kasi they're very open in listening to younger generation. So, I'm a permanent student of life. So, I want to be 10 steps ahead of advisors, of managers. Because I have my own goal I have my own vision. I love making mistakes kasi for me, it really helps me grow it. But with your family, kahit masakit, kumbaga, it's your blind spot. You have to know that that's who you really are. It's a good thing also that you have a family na pwedeng mag-call out sa'yo.
Kaya nag-decide po talaga ako, since nasa teaching na rin po ako, why not
teach other people also the importance of having this insurance. So hindi pa ako open-minded dahil yung mga nag-aalok sa akin, they didn't even give us a presentation. So sa akin, hindi ko nila pinakita or binigay sa akin yung value ng insurance. Sabi ko, you need to teach people. Siguro kung nag-reject man ngayon, hindi pa siya handa. You go again and educate him or her. If I'm not knowledgeable on it, hindi ako persuasive sa mga clients ko. I want to build first the values of our agency. Kung ano po yung goal na hinit po ng superior po ninyo, you need to hit it. Kasi if you are focused on it, hindi ka mababaling sa mga fears and challenges. Yun nga po sinabi niyo, if you are hitting your goals, you need to celebrate. Yun po yung failure ko that I need to start doing it now, sir. It's because of you and Mom Jay.
Good evening, Jay. Good evening, everyone. Bago po ang lahat, we would like to apologize for the technical glitch that we just encountered. But the show must go on, and we're happy that we're now able to have this interview with our very exciting and young gentleman. Before we proceed, welcome to our episode 10 of Season 2. As mentioned tonight, we will talk about a seismic shift in career, from one that operates in the four corners of a kitchen to one that now seems borderless with digital selling and technology. We will hear the story of a young sous chef who left New York and Dubai to return to Manila, trading his responsibility of planning and directing food preparation in the kitchen to developing and building people in the field.
Good evening, Mr. Ivy, and good evening to all of you, our dear Thursday friends of Leaders in Action. Welcome to our episode tonight as we hear the journey of a young man who have the courage to change the course of his life and found his rightful place in our industry. But before we go to our topic for this evening, we would like again to thank our special guest last week, Ms. Kezia J. Joy, sa giped of Alliance PNB Life, for inspiring us with her pioneering efforts and her ascent to the top post in her company. You can again watch our interview with Kezia on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Yes. Kezia also emphasized that by having focus, her fears and challenges disappeared, allowing her to give full attention and energy on the goal that she has set for herself and her team. This evening, we will have the chance to see what goes inside one's mind as he considers his career options in the land of opportunities. What drives someone to take the plunge, leave his comfort zone, and step into something he has not done before?
Yes, and we are indeed very pleased to have with us tonight one of the most progressive young agency leaders of AXA Philippines. And Mr. IB is now the top rookie branch head of AXA. Yes, he is here to share with us his shift, katulad nga sinabi mo kanina, from being a successful sous chef in Hyatt, New York, to being an agency leader. This might appear to be a major change, but considering his recent success, it seems to point out that there are similarities, that there can be similarities between being a chef and being an agency leader. It would be very great for us to know ano kaya yung kanyang leadership recipes or ingredients na in-apply niya why he is able to cook his very young team well done. So, hindi na natin to patatagalin pa. Here to share with us his exciting and inspiring story. Please help me welcome a multi-awarded producer and agency leader, senior branch head of AXA Philippines, Mr. John Michael Quizon, or Jomai for short. Hi, Jomai. Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening. Good evening, Ma'am Jay, Sir Ivy.
Hi, Jomai.
Welcome to Leaders in Action. Pasensya na at medyo napatagal ang ating pag-umpisa ng ating interview kasi nga nagkaroon tayo ng some technical glitch, but we're very happy to have you with us on our program tonight. How are you, Jomai?
I'm okay po. It's okay. It happens lalo na po ngayon digital medyo may mga konting glitch. It's okay. But I'm okay. I had a good day.
That's good. That's good. Sangiting-ngiti pa lang ni Jomai, winner na ha. We'll start the conversation na, Jomai, ha? Siguro, to start it off, it's important that you please briefly introduce yourself, your current team, how long have you been in the industry, the number of leaders that you have, saan ka na ba nag-ooperate, and the profile of your team.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm John Michael Quizon po. They call me Jomai. My friends call me Jomai. In AXA, they call me Jomai as well. I'm a senior branch head of Tan Dynasty Professionals under Jantan. I think you all know him as well. He was here a few months ago. I'm handling 150 manpower at the moment and increasing pa every week. And I also have 30 plus, around 32 unit heads under me. I was, before I came to insurance industry, I was a chef for 10 years. And from those 10 years, 6 years of those 10 years, I was in Hyatt, New York. So technically, it's a big giant step for me from the kitchen to wearing suits and talking to people. Because sabi ko nga before I was just talking to dishwashers for 10 years now. I'm talking to big people, average people, working class, everyone. Yes. So right now I am since December 2020 I was appointed as a branch head. I have a branch in starting from Tagaytay, Manila. I have in Bulacan, Kalupit, Bulacan, and then the Pampanga, of course, Bataan, Tarlac, Cabanatuan, Vigan, Cagayan Valley, which is in Santiago, and the Baguio. And Pangasinan. Sorry for Pangasinan.
Impressive naman. You were just appointed less than a year and you have over what? 15 na yata yung areas na yun ha? Now, Jomai, siguro what's interesting...
mga around 10 po.
What's interesting siguro to us from you is yung you were in New York and then in our earlier conversation, you said you also went to Dubai. Pero, so therefore, ang tanong, what led you to joining this wonderful life insurance industry?
Well, it was really difficult for me to do that giant step because for my personal passion, it was really cooking. Yun yung inaral ko, yun din yung nag-i-enjoy ako. I love it. But being a practical individual who wants to provide enough or more pa sa family, I computed a basic math lang. It's not going far. yung
kikitain mo sa cooking.
Yes, it's passion. Unless you're really you're really a big shot, but it's just a passion, and then hindi siya mag-gain talaga ng marami. Like what I'm having right now, I'm not saying, but I think for people who understand insurance industry, talagang it's two birds in one stone. you're gonna be able to save and protect the financial aspect of your clients. Yun. Mahirap. Nagtanong pa ako talagang bago ko sinabit yung apron ko for good. It was really a thinking moment na nakahang talaga ako with, hang ko na ba talaga to? So that was a big decision. That's the biggest decision I've ever made, to smelling bawang the whole day, because for 10 years if you're cooking, your fingertips, they have a natural smell na. And when pag nakakasalubong mo yung mga tao, you have this unique smell na alam nila na ikaw yon. But right now, sabi ko,
iba na.
Okay, mas okay ako ngayon. Sabi ko, I can wear na.
Iba na ang amoy ngayon, hindi na garlic.
Hindi na garlic, hindi na. Meron na, may perfume na talaga.
So ultimately you saw the opportunities that this career presented, and that was a major factor why you made that sabi nga natin major shift, no, in your career. Did you raise your hand to be recruited, or somebody went to you and really recruited you?
I was persuaded. She opened the door and showed what's the possibilities inside that door. That would be my sister-in-law, Dimple. And then from that, showing what's inside the door, I explored every corner of it, and I saw money and opportunities as well. Right. Opportunities to duplicate myself as well. Yeah.
Mamaya tatanungin natin si Jomai kung ano na yung na-achieve niya, no? But we'll do that later on. Jay?
Yeah. Jomai, you said nga na it's a giant step, no, from where you were and to where you are now. Jomai, ano yung mga initial fears, ano yung mga initial challenges that you experienced when you were starting your career in the industry, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, my apprehensions na unang-una, this is not for me. Hindi ko, parang ayaw kong iwan yung something I love. Pangalawa, exhaustion of clients. Parang sabi ko, hindi ko ma-imagine na meron akong 100 clients. After those 100 clients, what will happen to me? Because I don't understand it yet. And of course, yun nga, yung longevity ng business. And lastly, I understand it initially that this is about building your own business. But in building your own business, there are a lot of risks like gambling. So doon ako natatakot din. Kung baka malugi ako or something like that. Yeah. But how did I overcome the fears, the apprehension? I just did the right thing. I asked a lot of questions to my mentors. Tanong lang ako ng tanong. Ang mahirap sa akin during that time is we have a long distance relationship with my mentors. They're in Cebu and I'm here in Pampanga, and I didn't want to deliver misrepresented information sa clients ko. Yeah. So I have to make sure na yung communication lagi. Ang maganda naman sa kanila, they don't do sin zone. Talagang sasagot sila kahit gabi na. And then doon sa exhaustion part, if I saw it na, and it's proven that if you do it right, if you don't think about your own pocket, think about the welfare of your clients, the business will grow, it will and you will be prosperous talaga. Money will follow na lang automatically. And then about the business apprehension na baka malugi ka. Sabi ko, wala naman pala akong kapital dito, ba't ako malulugi? Sabi ko, this is about work. This is about hard work, passion. Walang malulugi na anong malulugi ko? If I don't close a sale, shampoo, toothpaste, plancha, That's it. But if you're doing it right already, you have adjusted to your mistakes and from different rejections and asking why you were rejected, you're gonna be all right. Less risk na every time you go out. It's gonna be a successful sale talaga if you're doing it.
Yeah. And obviously, you didn't only overcome the challenges, no? Talagang talong-talo mo sila. Natalo mo talaga yon because of the successes, no, that you have achieved, no, in less than a year of becoming a branch head already. Jomay, a little, backtrack lang tayo ng konti. Ano ba yung main responsibility ng isang sous chef?
Okay, sous chef actually is the main man in the kitchen. It's not, the boss is the executive chef. Okay? But the executive chef is just talking and talking and talking. The sous chef is the one implementing everything. Yeah, he's liable to everything. He's handling the chef de parties who is in charge of different departments, the cold kitchen, the hot kitchen, the appetizer kitchen, and then those people are in charge of the people who are prepping the food, no? So, and then after that is the dishwasher na. So, yun yung pinaka-main niya, lahat ng ano niya. Actually, mas marami pa siyang alam sa executive chef. Because he knows his way around talaga.
So, title lang yung executive chef. Pero talagang...
Yeah, he's the boss. He's the boss.
He's the boss, okay. Pero ang works talagang nasa sous chef.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So having had experience, no, of managing the different units, no, in the kitchen department, in the whole kitchen department, in your experience, ano yung mga similarities when you were manning the kitchen and now that you are leading, no, a team of agency leaders naman?
What I learned is from great preparation, you will have a great product.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we call it mise en place in the kitchen. It's a proper preparation of foods, making sure that everything is fresh. All cuts are talaga. We have different kind of slices or cuts, cubes, dice, julienne cut. So lahat yan kailangan meticulously prepared. Same thing with
agency leadership
here in our industry. Before I became a branch head, I prepared myself for 6 years. On my 3rd year as a unit head, most of the people that are I talk to, ba't di ka pa mag-branch head? Ba't di ka pa mag-branch head? So I think, sabi ko, let me tell that to myself. Sabi ko kasi ayokong maging hinog sa pilit, no? Na leader. So I want myself to experience all the pain, all the rejections, or all the heartaches, all the sleepless nights. Para kapag nag-leader ako, I know what to tell my unit heads or my future branch heads. So yun yung ano niya, yun yung pinakagusto ko na naging relation nung dalawa. Proper preparation before you go to war talaga.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice kitchen management principle applied to agency management. Okay.
Yes.
That's good. Mr. Ivy?
You mentioned kanina that in just a short period of time, you were able to recruit and develop over 30 agency leaders, unit heads. Di ba, Jomay, no? Again, that's impressive. So, what do you look for an individual na para maging leader ng iyong team?
Well, as a leader, the goal is not for production. If you're a leader, production will follow. You wanted to duplicate yourself kapag leader ka. Multiply yourself. So, mafe-feel mo na yung gut feeling of having the same passion with other people. Doon pa lang sa interview. Right now, doon sa 30 na yon, it was really a sprint. I interviewed them on a kumbaga micromanagement level talaga yung ano niya. Tiningnan ko yung ano nila if they have the same. But right now, I'm having a rally on my expansion nationwide. The next target is this week. I'm having a lot of strategies such as social media, LinkedIn, lahat. I have to explore all of these talaga. So medyo matitake risk ko konti yung question ni Sir Ivy on what do I look for a recruit. Right now, I want to give everyone opportunity sa interview or on the selection process, but eventually let's just screen them. Lalo na ngayon, the goal is to help people who lost their jobs as well. So medyo as a leader or someone who's gaining from the society, I want to give back as a moral obligation sa tao na give them a chance as well. Let them feel what I'm feeling right now in this industry.
Mm-hmm. And when you decided to join dito sa career, syempre advisor muna, di ba? Pero what made you decide to become a leader yourself?
It's a unique story in AXA kasi. I am being offered a privilege in AXA. I will not specify na lang. I am being offered a privilege in AXA provided I will be appointed as a unit head that time. And then sabi ko hindi pa nga kami hinog during that time. Sabi ko 10 pa lang yung tao ko as a unit head. Tapos may mga mas malalakas na dito sa Pampanga. So sabi ko parang hindi pa siya para sa akin. Ayokong ipilit ulit as a unit head.
Yes.
So hindi pa kasi ako hinog. Pero I might lose the opportunity of that offer, sabi ko. So I was tinake ko siya, but I took it as a challenge as well. Sabi ko I need to prove myself that I deserve the offers. So yun po yung naging reason why I accepted from financial advisor. But I think the real reason why naging successful yung transition from financial advisor to a unit head, I think I'm enjoying I enjoy selling. I was able to enjoy selling to the point that it wasn't hard for me to tell my advisors before na this is how to do it, and they followed me well because hindi nila nasabi na why are you telling me these things hindi mo pa nga nagawa. No, I did it. Right.
Yes. You were a COT, di ba? Nag-COT ka.
Yes, I was a COT twice and then 4 times MDRT, and right now I'm trying to finish my MDRT this year. It's kind of hard right now. Sabi ko dati, I will be a COT/MDRT for life kahit na branch na ako. But I'm not breaking that promise, but still, it's hard as a leader na nagbebenta ka tapos everyday everyday you're facing a lot of issues. Sometimes the personal issues of financial advisors, yung problema nila sa bahay, you need to i-involve ka pa nila and you need to somehow help them fix it. So that's the role of a leader.
Kaya nga it's really very impressive for a leader to really develop a good number of quality people at the same time remain as a top producer, correct?
Yes.
How do you manage the time? Di ba parang katulad ng sinabi mo, ang dami mong operations mo, you wanna expand, pero you have a personal commitment that you must be an MDRT.
Siguro po ito po kasi yung motto in life ko. It's more of discipline is better than motivation. So I wake up at 4:30 every day. I do cardio every day. At 8 o'clock I'm having breakfast with my daughter, tapos also family muna, and then after that, work na, punta na ng office. I make sure in the morning, lahat ng mga naiwang job or errands the day before is magagawa ng morning, and I see to it that every week meron pa rin akong communication or coffee time with my clients, especially the high net worth clients. Without even talking about AXA. It's just about, actually it's about them. Yung kung pag minsan clients need friends, not agents. Gusto nila magpagchismisan sometimes. Binibigay yan. Not talking anything about the business. Pero pag minsan naman, like mapapansin nila na, oh, Jomai, bakit wala kaya sa kondisyon ngayon? Umaga, like Saturday or Sunday stuff. So, wala pa akong di pa ako target eh. So, sila mismo, hahanapan ka nila. So, I think this industry is not all about the product or the company. It's about having a good relationship with your clients talaga. Because again, they're not looking for agents, they're looking for friends or what do you call this? Family members, additional family members.
Very, very well said, Jay.
Yeah. Stress ko lang ulit yung sinabi ni Mr. Ivy kanina, Jomai, no, that in a less than a year, because you were appointed nga as branch head December 2020, and then by October, ikaw ay senior branch head na. Ang iyong manpower from a 70 when you started as a branch head, ngayon ay 150 and counting. At ang iyong agency leaders from about 12 ba yun, nung nag-umpisa ka ngayon ay 32 na. So, di ba, parang considering the backdrop, when all these things were happening and you were accomplishing all these things, I have to say that this is no ordinary feat. Talagang medyo may pagka-superman ka, Jomai. But I'm sure our leaders out there would want to know ano yung system na pinut in place mo, why you were able to do this. Kasi hindi pwedeng tsamba lang to yung ganong klase ng yung pace ng iyong pag-grow, there has to be a system that support that. So, Jomai, can you briefly share with us, ano ba yung sistema na or structure na nilagay mo, why you were able to grow your agency this fast? Siguro umpisahan natin sa recruitment. Anong ginawa mo? Bakit, considering na ikaw pa naman ang base mo o ang operations mo nasa mga probinsya, ang layo doon sa mga testing centers, licensing centers, alam naman natin kung ano yung naging challenge ng licensing ngayong pandemic. And yet, nadoble mo ang iyong manpower. So, anong ginawa mo? Share mo naman sa amin, Jomai.
Okay, ito yung naging rally namin during the pandemic. It's called #WhateverItTakes.
#whatever it takes. Okay.
Whatever it takes. So, do whatever it takes actually. So, during that time, I have this unit head under me, is very close to me. Sabi niya, Jomai, baka hindi tayo matuloy sa Makati. Hindi tayo makakapagpa-exam. And we're like having 7 examinees during that day. Bakit? Sabi ko, may checkpoint sa NLEX sa Balintawak, sabi ko, have you seen it? No, nasabi lang sa akin. Then let's proceed. Let's just check it out. Kapag hindi pag totoo, edi balik tayo, uwi tayo. Kapag totoo, kapag hindi, edi nakapagpa-exam tayo ng 7. So that's the attitude. And like for example, yung sa Isabela, sa Santiago team, for 4 months, every week we are sending 10 examinees. They have to be checked in sa hotel. Kailangan mag-arkila ng van. 2 kasi hindi pwedeng siksikan sa van. Dapat 5 or 6 lang sa isang So that's additional expense pa rin. So number one thing that I can tell everyone about the growth of my manpower is you invested. You will invest sa kanila let them feel your presence as well, kasi that doon nag-uumpisa yon. So may number 2, na mahihiya pa yan na tinulungan mo kami from the start. Parang nakakaya naman hindi mag-produce. Di ba? So, doon pa lang makikita na nila yung effort mo, hindi lang puro Zoom or virtual yung nandun ka, na every Monday may meeting, doon ka lang nila nakikita. You have to let them feel the presence. And as a leader, yun nga sabi ko kanina, I make sure that if there are struggles along the way, I savor that pain, the difficulty. I feel the pain para in the future when it happens again, tatawanan mo lang because I already know what to do. No? So same thing with my unit heads. I always tell them, feel the pain, and then you will prosper talaga. Para kang, again, this is a gas word. Before you can make a diamond, you have to put pressure on it before you get shiny and expensive. So that's exactly that we are now. In terms of ito yung isa kong rule din sa kanila, sa mga unit heads ko. I think other people can relate to this or can use this as a strategy. Sabi ko, as a leader, you have to walk the talk. Okay? You have to walk the talk. You have to let them know or show them that you are doing everything, and then success will happen. People will see the difference. Sabi ko, after a year, tingnan mo yung sarili mo from today na nag-start ka kay AXA, and then just follow my system. Everything will be fine. Then people will see the difference. Now, you don't need to recruit anymore. You are attracting people already. Do not recruit, attract people. They will come. So yun po ang secret, one of the secrets of on how to build manpower. Recruitment, ang hirap po kasi ng recruitment, sometimes 100% actually. When you recruit people, you're persuading them. Psychologically, you're persuading them. 50-50 ang sincerity nila. But if you get asked, Jomai, what are you doing? I want to do that as well. Nakikita ko yung sa'yo yung impact sa'yo. All right, this is what I do. So, hindi na 50% yung interest. Hindi mo na kailangan i-persuade. They already asked you So, you attracted instead of recruited. So,
okay. That's a nice parang advice, no? So you attract instead of recruiting. Now, Jomai, sabi nila kakambal ng recruitment or ng attraction is the activation. Okay? Diba? Yun ang kakambal niya, no? And again, considering that your operation is so dispersed, no, how do you manage and ensure the engagement, no, and the activities of both of your leaders and of your advisors are consistent, no, and continuous siya regardless of the challenges or of the pandemic? How do you ensure that, Jomai?
Okay, as a leader, I need to, siyempre, you have to be a soldier as well. Kung ano yung system ng company, try to follow it pa rin. Like, speaking of that, I appreciate what the company is doing for us. Especially, I appreciate the leadership programs. We also believe in yung sa promotions ng bawat isa, from financial advisors, career growth, kumbaga, and helping these new leaders on growing their own teams and building their own business here in this industry. So, right now, ang gusto ko lang sa kanya doon sa system ni AXA, parang almost all the angles of trainings nandito na kailangan mo. But on my part, medyo formal kasi, pero on the pangmasa side, I adjust pa rin. Like for example, I see to it, my goal always is to connect with people na hindi naiintindihan, mostly stock market. You don't need to understand stock market in a very deep way because masisiraan ka. Diba? Even yung mga analysts pag minsan hindi nila why did it happen, di ba? So ako ang tanong ko lang sa sarili ko, kung merong isang, like, mas marami ang working class sa atin at saka yung mga small business owners, how can I connect with them with regards to selling stocks? So, I need to have this connection. Halimbawa, what I'm talking about is, pumunta ako sa palengke, wet market, kunwari. Usually, nandiyan ang mga mayayaman eh. Simple lang sila. So, kunwari, nagtataga siya ng manok. Sabihin ko ba sa kanya, I would like to talk about stocks. Baka magagalit pa sa kanya, baka batuin niya ako ng manok, something like that. Yes, but if I talk to them in a way that they will understand it, malamang. So, for the past few years, that's the goal that we are improving, and it's working. We have this way of connecting with them, and in short, we have this way of simplifying presentation about our products and understanding the deeper words like the jargons. We don't use jargons as much as possible dito sa sa branch namin. So yeah, that's the way that we are doing.
So in a way, simplifying, no, the business, no, in a sense, no, is helping your advisors be more active.
Yeah.
No, kasi mas nakakalabas pa rin sila, mas marami sila na-connect.
In addition to that po, Ma'am Jay and Sir Ay, yung initial nila na pagpasok, na license na sila, natatakot siya. How do I start? So ligaw sila, you have to be there. So ganito lang siya. Sabihin ko, set up the appointment and I'll be there. Watch me do it. So, lahat nung angulo, if it's a good, sabi ko, sir, difficult client siya, I like difficult clients. I learn from them. So yun yung mga natatakot sila. Alam mo, sa lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila is, initially, clients will not get from you because of lack of trust. Because umpisa ka pa lang, you're a rookie. At saka yung question nila lagi sa ulo nila is, baka kukuha ko kay Jomay, rookie pa lang siya. Baka may makita siyang better opportunities sa ibang industries, iwan niya to. And my policy will be orphan. Kumusta naman? So yun lang, actually, yun yung mostly na idea, or yun yung naiisip na rejection ng isang client. So how do you overcome that? Yun yung question mo after, how do you overcome that? Prove them wrong. Na ito lang yung ginagawa mo. This is the advantage of the people who do this job
full-time, no?
Full-time.
Yeah.
Ito lang, nakikita nila sa social media, you attend meetings, you attend trainings, you only talk about and then you don't post negative sa social media. They will build trust eventually. Yung mga na-reject pa nga, yung nag-reject sa'yo sa past, baka tumawag na yan. Oh, I think you're okay now. Alam mo na yung sinasabi mo. Come here, present the best product that you have.
Jomay, having said that, may productivity standard ba na mine-maintain ang grupo?
Yes
At
po, meron po.
May consequence ba kung kunyari ang isang ahente ay hindi nakamit ng productivity standard mo?
May tinatawag po kami sa team, actually sa company, we call it apat dapat. It's a norm. It's a norm na kapag hindi ka naka-apat, medyo nakakahiya ka. It's a joke. It's a joke, but it's a psychological challenge. Parang apat dapat. Yun, lagi ko rin sinasabi sa kanila. I have a friend from other same company but in other country. He's kind of disabled. Meron siyang speaking problem. I forgot the illness, but hirap siyang magsalita. He's producing 500 cases or meeting 500 clients per year.
Wow.
May diferensya siya. Sabi ko, eto may diferensya. Sabi ko, tayo wala tayong diferensya. Ang hirap ng apat sa atin. per month. Sabi ko ganun. So, I think there's something wrong with us. Pero in a jokingly way. No? So, yeah. It's as a leader as well, every Monday we have this thing called sales campaign meeting. It's a booster for the week. As a leader, you have to think about something new on how to boost them. Yun yung ano. And then constant monitoring. Anong ginawa mo today? I understand that you have a job, a day job, yung mga nagpa-part-time. So, what are you planning to do this week? When is your off? Do you need me? So, as a halimbawa nag-struggle, this is a struggle for branch heads. Halimbawa nag-uumpisa pa lang yung unit head, siyempre dami pa niyang kailangan malaman. Yung mga under sa kanya, you need to assist them pa. But it's okay, it's part of our job. We enjoy it as long as the advisors are all, sabi ko nga, magtanong na kayo ng magtanong kasi alam ko nagtatrabaho kayo kaysa sa hindi kayo nagtatanong. Di ba?
Jomay, paano mo na ensure na meron kang healthy pipeline ng candidate leaders?
I oblige them every month, every first Monday of the month to write down 40 or 50 new names, and then 2 families na pang family, and then what we call is yung isa parang fringe, it's for companies naman. So lahat sila obliged and they need to submit all of those new names sa akin, and then they have to do another one. So 4 sila. Yung 4th one is the old names that did not materialize during the past quarter.
Right. Again, kitang-kita yung disiplina ng grupo, Now, ito na naman tayo. Kita mo, yung usap-usap, ang bilis ng oras. Kita mo. Now, looking ahead, I know that you have at least 20 years ahead of you pa, Marami ka pang ma-achieve, But for the moment, what can you say is your proudest achievement yet, and how has this profession changed your life?
I came from a family or yung location ng bahay namin before I went to States. Actually, nung pag-uwi ko ng States, yung bahay namin na yun ganun pa rin. It was a motivation for me because our barangay, alam niyo yung ambience na 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, may nagiinuman na, may nagbi-videoke na, Monday, tapos may nag-aaway na. So, it was very crowded. Sabi ko, my number one goal is to have a nice house. Sabi ko, I was very specific on what I want. Sabi ko, I want nice cars, I want nice house with a pool, it's around 20 million house, sabi ko. So right now I started doing something about it last 2015, and I was able to finish it at 1.5 years, and yun, nag-start na ng construction, and I was able to transfer house December 2017, and all the executives of AXA were here for the blessing, and I was very happy. When I was starting in AXA, tinitingnan si Jantan and I and Dimple, wala pa akong plano, pero sabi kong gano'n, namasyal lang kami, can you help me find a location, sabi ko. Para saan, sabi. I want to buy something. I want to have this vision na, sabi ko. So, this is ito yung house na nakita namin. Hindi siya house, it's a lot. So, yun, medyo nagdo-drawing na ako. Ano yung gusto ko? Pinterest. So, right now, yun yung siguro yung pinaka proud na moment. And it was not only a dream for me, it's a dream for my mother, because for a lot of years she was the only one who was raising us. So this is payback time for her. So yun lang yung proudest achievement ko, aside from having being blessed of my team. This house is the product of, and kung ano ko ngayon, and again right now, after having this achievement, the only thing that I want right now is to duplicate myself and be a blessing to others na. After that. So, the payback time na.
Well, unang-una, congratulations. No? You had the vision to create something, not just for you and for your family, no? And then you did it in 2017 at a relatively young age. No? And sabi mo nga, you're able to duplicate your success sa maraming iba pang tao. No? So, that's a wonderful blessing, and good that you are very conscious on giving back. And I'm sure marami pa yan na darating sa'yo. Jay?
Medyo nabanggit mo na yung pangalan niya kanina, no? You're one of the industry, no, sons of Emperor Jantan, no?
Yes.
Whom we had the chance of having also as a guest here during our season 1. Jomai, what's the biggest influence of Jan on you as a leader?
Sinasabi ko parati sa kanya to sabi ko, I want to overtake you.
Oh.
Yun yung ano ko sa kanya. Kasi nakikita ko sa kanya, he's good at adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Magaling siyang mag-adjust. He is not an overnight success guy.
Yes.
At namin yung bankruptcy at saka team na binuo before us. I was the 6th unit head ni Jantan. And this 6th one, these 6 unit heads are product of failure. Na ito na yung mga tao ko na hindi ko na uulitin yung mga failures ko. Ito na sila. So they were hindi naman perfect, but
kayo yata yung piling-pili. Kayo yung chosen niya at that time. Kinikwento niya yun eh.
Yes. And I'm proud to be under his wing. Talaga. And he's a thinker. He's the thinker guy sa he conceptualized things. So yun yung naging ko sa kanya na before ako banat lang ako ng banat, action lang ng action. So I don't dati when I was starting. So ngayon parang sabi ko, wait, stop muna ako. I need to think. Is this the right one or may mas easy pa na mas productive pa? Mm-hmm. So that's what he is siya, thinker on the easier way na mas successful. Ngayon, because of his experiences actually.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that. No, I'm sure John would be happy to hear that from you. I know he's watching. Okay, manonood daw siya. Sabi niya, nako Jay, magaling yung batang yan. No, so isa ka sa kanyang nirurut ngayong gabi na ito. So thanks again Jomai for all your very wonderful sharing. Na nakaka-excite naman yung iyong journey na pinagdaanan. No, but we're not yet done. We have to do the fast talk. I think alam mo naman yung fast talk. No, yes. So you've done this before, so gagawin natin ngayon dito. Nothing to do with insurance. So ready ka na?
Yes.
Okay. So ano lang to, multiple choice. Okay, fine dining or casual dining?
Casual dining.
Okay. Sweet or spicy?
Spicy.
Kimchi or achara?
Kimchi.
Kimchi, okay. What is the best dish that you have prepared so far?
Best dish that caldereta.
Caldereta. Okay. Aptitude or attitude?
Attitude.
Slacks or denims?
Denims.
Parasailing or scuba diving?
Parasailing.
Favorite sleeping position?
Left side. Sa left side.
Nakaldin sa left side.
Yes, ganun lang.
O ito, lights on or lights off?
Lampshade.
Okay. Bagong sagot yan Okay, o ito na. If you will compare yourself, no, or ganito, kung ang pagiging leader ay ikukumpara natin sa isang ulam, anong klaseng ulam ka at bakit?
Okay, kare-kare.
Okay.
Kare-kare.
Okay,
Yes.
bakit?
Kasi meron siyang meat, meron
Okay.
siyang veggies, meron siyang saucy part, tapos meron pa siyang maalat on the side. So it's a combination of a lot of textures.
Okay. So pagba kompletos recados ka as a
Yes.
leader.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Jomai, for being so game with our fast talk. And of course, maraming salamat for sharing with us your interesting, exciting, at the same time, inspiring journey, no, with
Thank you
us.
po.
No, so maraming
Thanks, ano.
salamat. You have proven that success in this career can come sooner to someone who knows what he wants, knows how to get what he wants, and act on them. So nakita namin lahat yon sa iyo, Jomai. So good luck, all the best to you and your team in the years ahead. Again, maraming salamat.
It's an honor po. Thank you po, and God bless. Thank you.
Yung kitang-kita sa iyo yung iyong passion and energy, no? And one thing good about our industry na again you proved, no, is that it gives ample opportunities to anyone, regardless of experience and background, basta talagang gusto magtrabaho, and 'di ba? And I think that's also what you're looking for sa mga tao mo. So once again, we hope that you will continue to lead your team to more milestones in the years ahead, Jomai.
Thank you po.
And overtake, yung kaibigan natin si John, overtake.
Yes, alam niya yun.
Abangan namin yan, Jomai.
John.
Okay, so to all of you, again, our dear Thursday LIA friends, again, maraming salamat for joining us. And we apologize again for the technical glitch that we experienced. But this episode was so very exciting that it is worth waiting for and watching. So abangan nyo to, no? And thank you again for joining our real conversation with Jomai tonight. I'm sure just like us, marami na naman kayong key takeaways na baon after this program. Please don't forget to watch the full episode, no, of Jomai's interview later, no, about 9:30 onwards, no, ay ipopost na po namin to. Please don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe for future notifications. At this point, Mr. IB, we would like to thank again our colleague and dear friend, Jomai, ang nag-recommend sa iyo sa amin, no, si Miss Lali Dolor, no, the head.
Mami ko po.
Mami mo ba? No,
mami ko yan.
Okay, si Mami Lali, Mami Lali ka na ngayon, ha. So pati ako na kay Mami. Mami Lali, maraming salamat. Yung ating kaibigan Jomai, si Mervin Medrano, also gave some assistance. So sa inyong dalawa, maraming salamat, at sa uulitin when we will invite other AXA agency leaders to our program.
Again, thank you to our two dear friends from AXA, our former colleagues, and to all of the other agency executives of the different companies for partnering with Leah. Alam niyo, next week, we will be joined by another millennial leader who has successive breakthrough performances during this pandemic. No? Associate Agency Manager Jerome De Castro of AIA Philippines will share with us how he made this possible.
Yes, Mr. IB, Jerome's guesting next week will be our finale leader episode for season 2, no? So Jomai, patapos na yung aming season 2, no? So isa ka sa mga nag-end ng aming season 2. Then we will have our second founders cut, no? And before we go on a 1-month break again, no, by December. We already featured an educator turned agency builder in the person of Kezia, and tonight we had a sous chef, no, successfully turned an agency entrepreneur. So next week we will be joined by an accountant, a CPA, a fourth placer during yung kanyang CPA board exam na ngayon naman ay talagang successful rin na agency builder, just like Jomai. So dear viewers, please join us again. Jomai, if you have the time next Thursday, please join us, and also sana yung mga leaders mo ay makapanood din, as we continue to grow our community of sharing and learning leaders. So we'll have again Associate Agency Manager Jerome De Castro of AIA Philippines. That will be November 18, Thursday, 8 p.m. here in Leaders in Action.
Real leaders.
Real stories.
Real leaders.
Real talk. Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks, Jomai. Good evening.
Jomai.
Thank you. Good night.
Salamat, ha. Salamat.
Thank you, Sir Ivy. Thank you, Sir
Okay.
Jay.
God bless, ha. Congrats again.
Congrats.